Hey guys, Kellen back with Inside Out Precision, and per request I am reviewing the Mathews TX-5 today. So those of you who are familiar with the Triax, this is very similar to the Triax, but they have shrunk the brace height down to a mere 5 inches. Kind of an interesting move by them. I'll get into that here in a minute after we go over the technical stuff. So the bow's still 28 inches axle to axle, just like the Triax. This IBO is at 345, which is 3 feet a second faster than what the Triax IBO is at. But that number is a little bit skewed because this bow will max at 29.5 inches, which is a ½ inch shorter than the standard IBO rating at 30 inches. So if this bow could go to 30, it would probably shoot another 5 or 6 feet a second on top of that, so 8 to 10 feet a second faster probably. But it doesn't, so it only comes in at 345. You're gonna have a 5-inch brace height on this instead of the 6, which I think is kind of interesting. It seems like an entire inch of brace height for only 3 feet a second. You're sacrificing a lot of forgiveness there, I feel like, for a very minimal gain in speed. But this bow will go down all the way to 23.5 inches. So if you're a shorter person or a kid looking for a high performance bow and you can't get one down low enough into your draw lengths, this would be a great option for you. It still has the cross-sensor cam system. The mods bolt on and off. It does not have the switch weight mods, only the Vertex has that. It does have their new grip again, which I went over in the Traverse video, so really nice textured grip there, a little deeper throat in the top of it there. And yeah, pretty smooth shooting bow. Draws a little bit stiffer than the Triax does. That's just due to you're pulling the string further because it's an inch closer to the riser. So it's got a little bit different draw cycle, but still really dead in the shot, or dead in the hand, and just a quiet bow. I'm gonna do a speed test with this at 29 inches and then also at like 24.5 inches. So the shorter draw, people can see what this bow will do at the shorter draw lengths. And I think it's a kind of a cool little bow. I was a little skeptical when I first picked it up, honestly, just because of the sacrifice in brace height you're making to only gain 3 feet a second. Seems a little bit odd to me, but obviously there was a demand and a need for it, so Mathews came out with this. As far as the camo patterns and stuff, you can get it in all the Sitka, and then you have, this is the Under Armour Ridge Reaper Forest, so it's the greener version of the Under Armour Barren Ground, and then stone, black, the solid colors. So pretty cool bow. I've got this set up right now at 29 inches and 70 pounds, so I'm gonna go set the chronograph up and we'll see what this baby can do. All right guys, so we're back at the chronograph here. Real quick, I did want to say that this bow will come in a 50, 60, or 70 pound peak weight. So again, it doesn't have the switch mods, but if you are a beginning archer or a younger archer and you can only pull 35 pounds, if you were to get this in the 50-pound peak weight, it'll go down really low because just like all their other models, one turn on the limb bolt here is about 5 pounds. So if you got a 50-pound bow, you can get it down to 30 pounds really, really easily. That'd only be 4 turns off. So definitely cool, high-performance bow for shorter draw lengths and lower draw weights. So let's get to the speed test here. Go. All right, so the first arrow we have here, this is a Axis 300. It's coming in at 490, and this is 70 pounds, 29 inches. And this is right-handed, so don't judge my stupid draw cycle. Oh. Wow, 294 with a 490 grain arrow. That's actually pretty fast. Next arrow I have is an FMJ. This is coming in at 440. Oh. 304. That's impressive, actually. That's fast. Next arrow is going to be right at, this is 411, so just over 400 grains. 308. So not a huge jump with almost 30 grains difference. And the last arrow I have is, this is a really light arrow. This is a gold tip 400, and this is coming in at 370. So way lighter than I would ever shoot for hunting, but a pretty common weight for like a 3D arrow or something. So. .332, so that's screaming. You could hear it's really quiet. It was really dead in the hand, so pretty impressed by that. It does have a little bit stiffer draw cycle. It stacks earlier, and that's just due to the brace height again. I'm gonna go throw the 24.5-inch mods on here, and we're gonna shoot that and see what it does at lower draw lengths. All right, so I'm back with the 24.5-inch mods, and I've got arrows that would more resemble what somebody with a shorter draw length would be shooting. So I've got an Axis 400, which is coming in at 411 grains, a FMJ 500, which is right at 380, and then a gold tip 400, which is coming in at 360. So hopefully this will give you an idea of what these shorter draw length speeds are. So this is the 411. This is still at 70 pounds. Oh, tiny. 271, that's actually still really good speed with an arrow that heavy, 24.5 inches. So this was a 380 grain arrow. This is an FMJ 500. So basically this real similar spine to what somebody with this draw length would shoot. 290, that is fast. I'm actually really impressed by that. It says that it's only 3 feet a second faster than the Triax, but these numbers are a little higher than that. So this is a 360 grain arrow. 294, so about another 4 or 5 feet. So that's really impressive. I mean, at a 24.5-inch draw length to get an arrow that's 400 grains going, you know, above 270, and then an arrow that's 380 going 290. That's really good speed. And it didn't bite me on the wrist at all. I was a little skeptical with that super short brace height. Definitely need to make sure your grip is proper. If you get those knuckles vertical at all, you are going to bite your forearm. So pretty cool overall little bow by them. I shot the Triax last year. I really liked it. Went with the Traverse this year. I've always got along with longer axle to axle bows better, but I will say that these bows kind of broke the mold for short bows. So they aim pretty darn well for being so short. They're really smooth, really quiet, and be an awesome hunting bow. You can really do anything with this bow. It's a little short for target. You're not gonna see a lot of these on the line in Vegas, but for a good all-around bow, I think it's pretty tough to beat. So hopefully that answers some questions for you guys. Feel free to comment, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and remember, precision is a decision.